Yeah. The pop-up boys are back again.
Yeah, this your doing though. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This all you here.
Oh,
This
yeah,
something
man.
you done came up with. But I'm
Cuz, man.
down for it, man. I'm down for it.
Yeah, man. Some things happened today, so we got to get into it. Just like they says, Atlanta Falcons hot topics. And y'all come on in, man. Come on in. We're going to have a few things we're going to talk about, man. A few things we're going to get into. So, yes, man. Of course, it was a couple press conferences happened today. One that happened today, but we weren't able to see today as well. But it's all good because we're going to talk about it. But I want to. What's good? What's good, Uncle Lou?
Hey man, you can't
just overlook everybody. I don't understand.
Overlook the chat, man. You got to chat out, man.
We're not gonna do that, man. Shout out to the chat as always. It's in the lifeline of the streams. Make sure y'all hitting that like button on Smitty Sports Machine and that like button on A1 Forever Sports, as it helps us. It's part of our lifeline to get us out there in the YouTube algorithm, as my good brother Larry from the Dixon Way would say. So yeah, please, by all means, so make sure you're hitting that like button on each side, on each platforms. Thank you kindly. But
we gotta give a shout out though before we do that, man.
What's good, Ski?
Come on, man. You know better, man. You've been doing this long enough.
Man, the chat know we was definitely gonna get into them. Definitely. Hold on. Don't skip over John Brooks, man. What's good, man?
I didn't skip on. Did you see a name pop up, man? You tripping?
Now, man. Smitty skipping over folk, man. What's up, Jason? What's good? What's good?
You be glad they ain't got that gift over there in that video box.
Yeah, I know. That's why I've been cutting up.
I got to download
it. I know you ain't got it. That's why I've been cutting up lately.
I got to download it for sure.
Robert Blackman, what's good? What's good? What else we got in here? Trey, what's happening? What's happening? Yes, man. Y'all come on in. How y'all feeling? Floyd, what's happening? William. Who else we got in here again? Sherman. Bags, what's happening? Reggie. Player stats. Jermaine. H.O. T. Walker. What's good, everybody, man? Everybody was good.
See my boy H.O. in about 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
About
yes, sir.
40 minutes.
Check them out.
Hey, T. Walker, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm working on that response video to the Mina Kimes NFL Live segment, man.
Yeah, I seen it earlier too, man.
Man, I'm gonna give me a quick reaction on it, man. Craig said he been Falcon since '85. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I love it. I wasn't even born yet, so I love it.
Tim said he's checking in from Mississippi, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, we got a few topics to get into. I wanted to start it off before we get into like the main course, start y'all off with a few appetizers, And
you talking about food, I'm already hungry, man. Chill out.
Okay, my bad, Smitty. I forgot personnel, forgot who I'm on with. But seriously though, man, y'all gotta think about it. Going back to the game, I want to talk about and just give a little praise to a guy that had to step in for cornerback one, AJ Terrell. And that's my guy, D. Alford, man. My thing is, guys, we jump on D. Alford for the bad that he does. We got to, give him love for the good that he does, because regardless, even though we did lose that game against the Carolina Panthers, D. Alford was a small, bright spot. Have to go against Tack McMillan. I'm not going to lie to you. The penalty, honestly, I'm not even worried about the penalty. Honestly, I feel like it kind of was ticky-tack. I feel like it was more one of those things to where it was D. Alford just was playing so well that eventually you just had to give the guy something. But ultimately, I just wanted to give a shout-out to D. Alford for how he played in coverage against, a bigger receiver. We were wondering who was going to take on that responsibility, and he did it. Yes, you did see Tech get a couple of catches, but when D. Alford was over there, they didn't have anywhere to go. He responded well, and that's what you want to see. So, again, we get on D for the bad things. Please salute that man for the good things as well. So I just had to personally, say that again. Like I said, a little appetizer. D. Alford, shout out to you, man, for your
hey, man, I'm going to give a shout out to the Falcon defense as a whole, man. Because let's be real, the offense put them in some bad spots. And for them still only give up just over 200 yards in the game, and they still rank top 5 in total defense. I mean, that's something, that's something to praise, man. So as I look at it going forward, this defense is probably going to be a bright spot. and hopefully the offense pick it up. Because wearing down defense every game, by the time we get to about week 12, we're gonna be through for the year. We saw that a couple of years ago. I think it was 2023. By the time we got to the Chicago game, man, the whole defense was worn down with about 2 or 3 games left. So, yeah, you got to pick it up, offense. Hey, Joe, he might come through with me, man. We'll see.
Hey, man, we may have to make something shake, man. We may have to make something shake.
Well, go ahead.
But yeah, man. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that and about D. Alford. Also, Michael Penix Jr. had a press conference today. And Michael Penix, man, I just feel like that guy, he's a young guy, but you can see why he has the C on his chest. And it's not just because he's a quarterback. That young man is a leader. He's accountable. I feel like he took a lot of accountability today, but also he just didn't put any, responsibility nowhere else. He pretty much was kept coming back to himself, even when the reporters, they were asking different questions. This man would still try to bring it right back to him, putting everything on his shoulders. And honestly, that's what you want in a leader. That's what you want in a guy who wants to take accountability. And regardless, even he's not throwing anyone under the bus, whether it's deserving or not. He's not doing that. He's saying, it's me. I got to do better. I got to play better. I can't be down in the dumps like that. I can't show the emotion like that. I just got to pick myself up and get ready for the next game, the next series, etc. So, I liked what I heard from Michael Penix in that interview because he dropped a lot of gems. And again, he could have easily pushed things to other locations. He could have pushed it on other people, but he didn't. He took it all himself. Said hot take, Coach Heem and Z Rob's job, defense balling #1 in passing yards allowed. Hey man, what you think?
What I'm talking about, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, he right. I mean, like I said, man, you gotta love the defense, man. We need some defense, some we ain't had in a long time around here. So to see the defense playing this good the first 3 games, even though we 1-2, I feel like the offense turning around, this whole team turns it around because if they got to be the backbone of the team, so be it. I got to give a shout out to Robert Pond as well, man. He was clipping some of our live, and I appreciate him for doing that, man.
Oh, appreciate that.
Shout out to Robert Pond, man.
Hey, man, shout out to you. Like, hey, that's love right there. Trey Smith says, do y'all think Robinson keeps his job going into the bye week if we lose Sunday? I say yes.
Yeah, who's gonna replace him?
Yeah, I say. I mean, I know they got T.J. Yates, but come on, man.
No, he ain't ready to call no play, man. Even though he been the coach for a while, I don't think he ready. And it's just like Raheem Morris. I hear people saying, and I even said it too. I'm gonna say it. If he got fired the bye week, it wouldn't surprise me. But again, who gonna replace him? Jeff Ulbrich was a interim coach last year for the Jets. You don't want him to do that 2 years in a row. No. Think about it. And you got Jerry Gray as well, who they might boost up the head coach since he's the
he's already assistant.
He's the elder on the team. He's the assistant head coach, so they might bump him up. But yeah, man, who's going to replace Raheem?
And again, that's if Jerry Gray wants to be, head coach.
Right. And also, Raheem got 2 years left on his contract. They ain't finna do no buyout.
He had 3 years on it. I could have sworn we signed him to a 5-year deal.
Well, if it's 2 or 3 years, it's still too much time on the back end.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not.
That's why we kept Dan Quinn so long.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we're gonna just want to cut that loose like that. That's a nice little healthy contract. So that would be a lot of cash that he's walking away with. I don't know if the Falcons organization as a whole and Arthur Blank want to actually do that. But I mean, again, it's not our money. We know what we want. The things we want to happen or would like to see as far as like just being changes.
Man, he could honestly, Chris, if he had made better decision who he gonna put around him, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. And the reason why I say that, and I keep saying it, and I'm a nearly home. If you put more veteran coaches around you instead of first-year guys, this team would probably be up there with the Philadelphias, the Buffaloes, because they have just that much talent. But when you surround yourself with first-year guys, as somebody said on the previous show I was saying, when you're trying to build your own tree instead of worrying about winning football games, sometimes it backfires, and that's exactly what's happened. Look at Jimmy Lake. Defense got Alford last year. Now the offense, same thing. So now maybe if you get, you do something about the offense, you have a complete team. Go ahead.
Right, because my thing is too. All right, so now this shouldn't matter, but do you think that just the offense is still catered to Kurt more so than Michael?
The offense catered to the run game. That's the point of.
As far as this
I
quarterback,
mean, bro, quarterback don't matter.
I agree.
In this offense, I said it before. In this offense,
at least it shouldn't matter. Let's say that
exactly. It doesn't. Think about it. The same offense that we're running is the same thing San Francisco has ran to a T. Same thing Green Bay has ran to a T. They depend on the run first, and then they worry about the pass. Now, Green Bay has switched over a little bit because they lost two of their top running backs. So they went to the pass a little bit more, but at the end of the day, it's still predicated on the run. Think about it. Christian McCaffrey in San Francisco, one of the best running backs in the league. Same thing, Bijan Robinson. And it's a quarterback-friendly system, and that is why I said the quarterback really don't matter, because if they're running the ball like they're supposed to, it makes the game easier for the quarterback, and that's why I keep saying, if they run the ball effectively like they did against Minnesota, that should have been an easier game for Michael Penix. That game should have been 60 yards. It shouldn't have been like that. So, I mean, it's just everything is just out of whack. But when you read that press conference, they're gonna put everything into perspective, and that's why I said when it's just like an engine. If one of the pistons fire in the wrong direction or one of the spark plugs going out, they're gonna throw off the balance. It's just that simple.
But yeah, man, and so I mean that just segues us right into our main course, y'all. And today again, there was press conferences. Now, Raheem Morris, his press conference was available and still is available to watch. Then they had Michael Penix. Now, originally, Zac Robinson was supposed to come on at 1:00. I was waiting for that one because I was interested to hear what he was going to say. And but Michael Penix came up. So I'm like, okay. And then Zac Robinson was supposed to come on after him, but his press conference was not televised for the fans to see. I'm assuming that the admins didn't want any kind of mess that they had to deal with, because I know y'all Falcon fans, I know y'all was gonna be in there tearing that press conference up. I already know it. But
absolutely.
But I don't think the Falcons media staff wanted to deal with that. So that was not televised. That was not given live. But there were still some live comments out of both. And I'm going to begin with our head coach, since he went first anyway, and the comments that he said about the offense. Raheem Morris earlier today said, when we play as bad as we did last week, rightfully so, throw those stones. There's no doubt we were clearly predictable last week that we could not do anything. So rightfully, stones throws. Throw away. I have no arguments, no fights. That's what the head coach is saying about the offense. But again, it was not televised, but he still had his press conference today talking about Zac Robinson. And they asked Zac Robinson about the offense and the predictability of play calling in 2025 so far. Zac Robinson replies, we don't feel that way. We don't see that from our opponent. I disagree with those sentiments. And now the last part was me. That's not what he said. He basically was saying that he disagrees with those sentiments. That's me. That's not a quote from Zac Robinson. But same time, though, you can see the disconnect. Okay, Zac interview is out now. Okay, bet. But yes, you can see that it's obviously a disconnect between the two.
Oh yeah.
How in the world do your head coach come out and say one thing, and then your OC comes out, after your quarterback, and says a completely different thing? There is something not being said to one another.
It goes back to what I just said, Chris.
The cohesion. Where's the cohesion?
Yeah. Go back to what I said. When you don't have veteran coaches surrounding you, things like this are going to happen. Now, it's okay, and I said it's about Arthur Smith as well. It's okay to bring in young guys, first-year guys, but you make them position coaches first. before you make them coordinators. Make them a linebacker coach, make them a quarterback coach, any kind of coach you can think of, but do not make them a coordinator. They got to show you as a position coach that they ready. Now he may have shown that, and he kind of skipped up because I think he was a passing game coordinator with the Rams, and when Raheem left, no, he was a passing game coordinator, and then he moved up to a quarterback coach. But still, he had a veteran quarterback, just like last year with Kirk Cousins. He had a veteran in Matthew Stafford that kind of guided him along. So Matthew Stafford actually got him hired for the Atlanta Falcons, not Raheem Morris. And now that he doesn't have that veteran and Kirk Cousins on the field to let him know to keep him tuned as to what's going on out there, now you're seeing that he's lost because he hadn't gained that experience to, hold off on his own. So yeah, it's just inexperience at the end of the day. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. And at the end of the day, I just feel like that's not a good look at all. Especially with everything that we have going on. You have our head coach coming in saying one thing, and Zac Robinson was quoted to say another. Now, I'm actually looking to see about this here press conference from Mr. Robinson. Yes, it did drop. Woo, it was a 42-minute joint. I may have to get some popcorn for that joker. All right.
I mean, it ain't nothing to say that long. Unless he asked him 2,000 questions on it, and pretty much they all the same thing as to why you can't get them the same page.
Okay. It's Zac Robinson and other Falcons preparation for week 4 matchup. So it's not just Z-Rob by himself. Let's see how long he talked. Yeah, that was going to be something interesting. Okay, he still talked for quite some time. He still talked for about 20 minutes. And then Jeff Obert came in for 10 minutes. Ray McLeod came in for about 8 minutes. And then D. Alford came in last. And speaking of Ray McLeod, that must be where that quote came from, because Ray McLeod said that Ike Hiller was one of the best coaches he ever had. And yeah.
But Chris, think about it, man. How can you put it on a wide receiver coach when three of the receivers had their best years as pros? Even Cordero Hardy, he don't even hardly do nothing. He had a career year. Drake London, Ray McLeod. I mean, he did the unexpected, man. Let's be honest. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to catch no 60 passes. Nobody was, because he's a special teams guy. So how you gonna put it on Ike here that things are going wrong? I mean, you trying to save your boy, but at the end of the day, your boy gonna be the one cost you your job, and you can't say he can't save you. So I mean, look,
I'm just saying,
yeah, it's a JT classic scapegoat. That's all it is,
man. And my thing is, Drake London and Darnell Mooney had some great years under Ike Hiller. I understand that it's like something about performance based, some firing type thing. But I'm just saying, like, the performance was there from our guys. We saw over 1,000 yards from Drake having his best season overall. No, you also see, Darnell Mooney, even though I know he was a little banged up at the end of the year, but still right there at 1,000 yards. We almost had 2. And of course, the offense has to run and the offensive coordinator has to do his job, but the wide receivers still have to be in place. They still have to run the routes. They still have to put in the work. And Ike Hiller had those guys putting in work. So I just don't understand why you really give him the axe. But
I mean, again, scapegoat. I mean, he couldn't think about what I just said earlier. Who you gonna replace to bring in? If you fire Zac Robinson, who you gonna replace him with? So they had to have a scapegoat to keep the damn media off their back. That's the only reason why things like this happen, to keep the media off your back. K9 Rottweiler, thank you for the donation, my brother. He said 93% rate out of the shotgun, over 7% run rate out of the pistol, 4th lowest play action rate in the NFL.
That's true.
Lowest deep pass rate at 4%, and 4% is god awful. That's only like 3 to 4 passes the whole year out of 3 games, out of hundreds of plays. Think about that. That's utterly ridiculous. So
yeah, and we've only scored 42 points in 2 games, and that's with that's with no touchdowns from a wide receiver or a tight end. That's wild right there.
bag. So that's exactly what I'm saying. Zac Robinson can't save him, so why he trying to save Zac Robinson? And see, he knows he ain't got nobody to fill that spot. See, so he
Because that's
can't just up and
boy,
fire him.
man.
He can't really up and fire nobody, to be honest.
That's still his boy, man. At the end of the day, he helped get him a job, and it's a possibility that he can still have that coaching tree. So he's not going to just give him the axe, man. It took a lot for him. You think about it,
Yeah,
it took a
man.
lot for Jimmy to get the axe.
But Chris, something like I said earlier, some of the decisions you make, and they not the right decision. Eventually, that shit gonna catch up.
Bro,
He's already catching up. Because look at Jimmy Lake, he's not here after 1 year. And then Zac Robinson, like I said on last night's show, I think he'll be a head coach in college football next year, so he's gonna be gone. So Raheem, he's probably gonna be shit out of luck anyway. And if they decide to keep him, the only way that he is gonna stay the head coach is, I think, with him bringing in a veteran offensive coordinator that can call plays like a Mike McDonald. That's why that name came up. So yeah, I mean, you gotta, some things is just common sense, man. And I said the same thing with Arthur Smith. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's true, man. It's at the end of the day, I just feel like regardless, fam, I have optimism because I'm a Falcons fan. At the end of the day, I'll never give up on this team, never. But I feel like we have a lot of concern moving forward, and I'm going to see what the body language is. Yeah, we got Coach Robinson on the sidelines, and at this home game versus the Commanders, we're going to see exactly what's the mood like, what's the body language like, on the sideline. I want to see, honestly, before we even get to the game, does any of this get cleared up? As far as like just different comments. Are they going to just let it roll off? What's going to be like the message for the rest of the week? So regardless, I just feel like Falcon fans, just like if they're going to have press conferences, just make sure that you're tuning in and listening to see what's being said, because we may be in trouble, man. We got scapegoats, we got coaching trees, we got disconnects. It's so much going on right now, and it's not in a good way.
Yeah, it just bullshit at the end of the day, man. The thing about it, man, this is why I don't like retreads. And somebody, they came at me in my comments on one of my videos, and I said this and I said that, but that lets you know how you've been following me. I never said I like the Raheem Morris hire. Anybody that know me and been listening to me know I said Mike McDonald, who went to Seattle, was my guy, because I knew he came from a pedigree in Baltimore with a championship pedigree. He's been a coordinator before, and he's been very successful as a defensive coordinator. And I knew if we brought him in, he was going to bring the right type of people in with that same mentality, veteran guys. He did it when he got to Seattle. So one thing about it, when you retread just because you're comfortable with a person, that doesn't mean that you're going to win football games. That's why I said, though, only way the Atlanta Falcons win football games going forward consistently, you got to go out and be uncomfortable. And
right.
Sometimes that with what we say, pressure bust pipes. Pressure with coals, it fins out diamonds. And that's the way you got to think as an owner. Learn to be uncomfortable, man. Learn to trust the people that you put in place to do their job. And that's why I know Rich McKay is still behind the scenes doing something, because I know Terry Fontenot didn't make all these. Now with the draft, I know he made all these moves during the draft. He working with the scout team. But when it comes to coaches and staff and all that, that's Rich McKay all day, man. Let's keep it real. I know Terry Fontenot's hands tied to some extent. And I'm telling you, because if you've been watching Terry Fontenot, and I've been letting y'all know this for 3-4 years now, he'll go to any continent and find talent. He will get on the plane, go north of the border to Canada. He'll go to college stadiums. He'll go anywhere he need to go to get talent. And you mean to tell me he can't find talent in the coach as well? This is how I know it's still Rich McKay, because Bill Belichick, if Arthur Blank wanted to hire him, the only reason why he didn't, he had people in his ear. He said it himself.
Man, I ain't gonna lie.
Some things you got to fend for self, especially when you writing the checks.
I really hate that Bill Belichick is still getting talked about in September. I do, but this is where we're at. To be honest, this is where we're at because there is a lot of people. I got to keep it real. There's a lot of people that did not want Roz the coach, and both guys on this panel were definitely two of those people. He wanted Mike McDaniel. Sure, I wanted Jim Harbaugh. So at the end of the day, we still didn't get what we wanted, but we're still going to rock with Ra. I mean, he is our head coach at the end of the day.
I mean, I'm gonna rock with till the wheel fall out, but I'm also speak the truth in the meantime. But we don't know if Bill would have been terrible. Think about it. You got to think about it talent wise. New England didn't have the talent he had when Tom Brady was there. Yeah, Tom Brady was part of the reason why he won. But at the same time, one thing about Bill knows how to build a foundation. If Bill would have got fired, he would have put somebody on that coaching staff that could have took over immediately after he left and been an interim coach. And if they won enough football games, they keep the job to become the full-time coach. And see, that's one thing people don't understand about Bill. He's one of those guys that's going to do things the right way, build the right foundation, a strong foundation for teams to win for years to come. And that's what made him a Super Bowl winning coach.
Right.
I can't say, he may have lost it, but that's what I'm saying. Even though he's coaching wise, foundation wise, he's still gonna have it. Because think about it, he's the reason why Mike Vrabel successful in Tennessee. And yeah, he fell off because one, Derrick Henry left. Two, the GM broke that team up. But Mike Vrabel, he's in New England now. He's broke that team down. He's got rid of those big contracts. And all that type of mentality comes from Bill Parcells. And that's the type of mentality we need. And Terry Fontenot does that well anyway. He drafts early because he knows contracts are coming, and you see it right now. But look, Bill would have built the right foundation for this team to win. He may have not had the same coaching prowess he had in his prime, but at the same time, building foundations is something you need in that field.
Right. No, I agree with that, but that's how I felt about Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh, we already know he's been the quarterback.
Boy, they dropped the ball big. Boy.
And my thing is Jim Harbaugh, again, the quarterback whisperer. He had Colin Kaepernick, he had Alex Smith. Look what he did with J.J. McCarthy, back in college, and now he's coming back. And look at them right now. They like 3-0. They got Justin Herbert over there. They went and got Keenan Allen back, which was one of the best things they could have did for Justin Herbert. And honestly, those guys are clicking right now. They have a young team. It took last season. They took one. They took one on the chin last year, trying to do some rebuilding, reacclimate. But look at them this year. They're looking good. They look like they weren't ready to win this division for the first time in quite some time. So it's just like, at the end of the day, like I'm looking at the pedigree of the coach. Yeah, he would have came in here and changed up some things. But you want to talk about, I understand a Super Bowl winning coach in Bill Belichick. But I also would have believed in Jim Harbaugh too, a guy who has played in had teams play in big games. Hey, they went to the Super Bowl off of us. I hate to say it, they did. But regardless, Jim Harbaugh, the quarterback whisperer, used to play quarterback too. Don't you think it would have been great having Harbaugh and possibly Matt Ryan and Michael Vick all talking to our guy Michael Penix? But of course, that's hindsight. And we just got into that just, as an off topic, I know, but I get what you were saying, Smitty, too. But I also honestly get Mike McDaniel, too, because I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all either. But regardless, bringing it back, all in. Our coach is Raheem Morris. We're rocking with him until the wheels fall off, like Smitty said. But I'm just hoping that those wheels aren't going to fall off anytime soon, because if it is, and that means Falcon fans are going to implode, erupt, be irate. It's so many different adjectives you can use for Falcon fans that's not in a good way going to be, they're going to be upset. But man, Smitty, at the end of the day, man, let's just move forward, get ready for these Washington Commanders, because we have to win this game. To me, this is a must-win game. It's a must-win game. We have to win this game, Smitty. If we don't, then what we're going to be looking like. going into the bye, and then you know who we see after the bye. So it just like
immediate firestorm is what's gonna happen if we lose Sunday.
oh my!
I mean,
it's not
gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire Raheem Morris, and they're gonna be to no avail because look how long it took him to fire Dan Quinn.
Again, I go back to that contract. I don't think he's gonna get. You gonna drop
2 years. He ain't gonna no buyout, man. They're gonna be what, $15 million? Oh no,
I'm not gonna let him walk away like that. I just don't see it. You're gonna have to try to figure it out. It's like we're here now, try to figure this out. I mean, again, we got the groceries. We just gotta have the calls from the players.
It's all about making the right decision at the right time, man. Because as I said, when Kyle Shanahan went to San Francisco, you had 2 guys on the staff that probably could have took over, and we wouldn't have skipped a beat. We wouldn't have. But he want to go get that buddy system hurt in Atlanta again. Same thing with him. He brought in Sarkisian. Yeah, it worked. It was okay. I'm not gonna lie. But
we got to the playoff.
Yeah, but look, it wasn't the same team, and we saw it because they had to go in a whole new system, and you see it right now at Texas with Archie Manning. He calling trash plays out of college. Think about that. So yeah, Matt LaFleur, Mike McDonald, all these guys that were on the staff at that time. Oh yeah, they went to or the organization started winning football games as head coaches because of Kyle Shanahan. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan can't close games sometimes, but hey, when it comes to calling plays, he's still one of the damn best in the business.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, Ryan. Nepotism doesn't work all the time, and this killed this team again. Absolutely. Again, learn to be uncomfortable. Just that simple. Learn to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Let's see. Mike said, "What if we lose due to offense being bad?" Oh, I guess he's saying, "What if we lose due to the offense being bad?"
Boy, we just stuck like Chuck. Yeah, we just stuck like Chuck.
Because I don't believe it's going to be any changes being made out of the bye. Like I ain't gonna lie, our bye is early right this time. Yeah, last year it was kind of late, so some changes were made. I don't see any changes being made if these guys.
And the crazy thing is, Chris, if we get a new coach next year, it's gonna be somebody that they comfortable with.
Yeah, it's like whenever it happens, if it happens, Raheem Morris leaves out the door. I don't want anybody that has any type of relationship with the Falcons. Like I can go for somebody that never even stepped foot into the organization, honestly.
Hey, I see people in the chat talking about 5-12. If we go 5-12 and if he don't fire Raheem Morris, the players gonna quit in the locker room because they know the philosophy is not gonna work. If you 5-12 after, and that would be what, 8 straight losing seasons. Oh no, they would be mad at the front office,
bro. Man. I don't want to even bring it up or really even dive deep into it like that because
Bijan asked for a trade.
That's just something. No, I just honestly believe that players will start walking away from the franchise, and that's something that you don't want.
Exactly. That's why I just said Bijan would ask for a trade.
Yeah,
could you blame him?
I don't think Bijan would ask for a trade right away. I think it was more so about like guys like maybe Jesse Bates. You're losing out on him. I can see AJ Terrell asking for a trade honestly before Bijan. As crazy as even that might sound, but AJ hasn't seen the playoffs since he's been in the league.
You saying that?
I'm just saying. Think about
who had the most trade value?
I mean, the most, of course, is going to be Bijan, but this trade value for AJ.
He know what he worth. He know what he worth. He know it. It's all about what it's all about what you're worth, my guy. It's all about what you're worth at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true, man.
Bass, he'll cry, Bijan leave. Yeah, the whole city will cry. Yeah, boy, you talking about selling them damn them personal seat license and season tickets, they'll be half price.
Jerseys, man, that junk will be crazy.
Jerseys will be $50 if that happens.
Bijan leaves. I mean, what Drake? My thing is you got to start like looking at stuff because when people just don't see things heading in the right direction, it don't mean they just gonna because they love it.
If he get to Carolina, it's over with.
You talking about if Drake get to Carolina?
No, if Bijan get to Carolina, if he get to Carolina, they would let Bryce Young play out their contract and they will go find a superstar quarterback.
Boy, you a trip. Yeah, Ryan, you right about that. Ryan said, "Boy, y'all gonna see who the."
But Ryan, man, y'all younger than me, but Ryan, he the historian for a reason, so he know what I'm talking about when I say this. I done seen worse than this. Worse than this. Believe it or not. And like I said, when we started winning, that made y'all spoil. If y'all were living in the late 80s, through the 80s, anytime in the 80s, and y'all knew football all the way up to when Arthur Blank bought the team in 2000, 99, 2000, y'all would know exactly what I'm talking about. This wouldn't bother y'all. That's why I can deal with it the way I can. Yeah, I get mad like every other fan, but I can deal with it because I know what we've been through as an organization throughout our history. That's why we can understand losing better than y'all can sometimes. Y'all saying, well, y'all just saying that, to put ratings up, but no, we done been through hell and high water with this team, the older fan base, older part of the fan base. We know.
No, seriously. And I hate to even bring it up, but it's already been brought up in the chat from William Paul saying, sad, these are all legitimate topics for this team in week 4 after you just fired you.
Hey, Will one gave me hell too, but Will, I keep it real, man. I do. And that's absolutely true. That's these legitimate topics just after 3 games. Think about that.
Week 4, and we still going to possibly have a kicking competition. And Coach talked about that.
And we still talking about the damn quarterback.
Yeah,
the damn quarterback.
It was asked about Michael Penix and asked about Kirk Cousins as well. Like,
and I'm gonna put a short out on that a little later so y'all can hear it. Ryan went the hell off, and he had the right to do that.
Oh yeah, man. But Josh Kendall from the Athletic, I believe he asked the question, like, is Kirk Cousins an option? And
no.
And then but he did debunk it. So Morris did say no, Michael Penix is our quarterback. And Josh Kendall asked why. I'm glad he did ask why, because I know he was just trying to get more context. And of course, Michael Penix, he went into the whole, unveiling everything and how he's feeling about him, and just had a tough game, which he did have. That was like his first bad game that we've seen from Michael Penix. And Michael Penix, he knew he stunk it up too, and he even said that. So it's just like at the end of the day, he said, "Yep, I'm numb to it." But yeah, man. This is only his 6th game. Michael Penix is only going to grow, man, because he's learning. He's learning on the fly. This is still essentially his rookie season. Said that all off season anyway. So it shouldn't be a surprise that you see him struggle in a game. So ups and downs.
Thing, man, before we get out of here, man.
We got
y'all want to know why players it's hard for us to get superstar players? Because players look at how teams build their franchises. They look at history, they look at present, they look at past, they look at all of that. So when they see how you build a team, they saying, if I go to Atlanta, am I really going to win? Are they really going to build a good enough team for me to have a chance at a Super Bowl ring? Right. Come on. Look, I'm telling you, if we get a coach that's very competent and consistent with the weapons that we have right now on this team that can really coach this team, and there's no knock to nobody, because I feel like Jeff Ulbrich and Ali have really came in and brought a different energy on defense, and I love it. But when you talk about head coach, the guy in charge, when the Falcons finally put a guy in charge at the head coaching position that's consistent, that's competent, oh yeah, things are going to change for good. And we could talk about Deion Sanders all day, even though I don't think it'll happen. If that does happen, look, it would probably change the way we look at coaching, period. Why? Because he knows he's going to bring in hype. He's going to bring in talent, any talent he wants, and he can put it together. And sometimes that's all it takes, hype.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Jerry Glanville. What did it take for him to finally win? Hype. So when you have hype, look.
He said, well, he has NFL experience. It's just not good, bro. Man. And before we get, we'll be about to slide out of here. But last thing I just got is quick injury update. As far as guys who did not participate in practice today, of course, AJ Terrell, hamstring. Nathan Carter was on there with a hamstring today, and also Kadero Hodge with the groin. So
that's sounding a lot about the strength and conditioning team, man, because it's just too much shit going on at the same time, and it's the same injury.
Yeah, man, it's tough, man. Limited participation: Casey Washington, James Pierce Jr., DeMarco Hellams, Jamal Agnew, limited participation, so he's going.
Yeah, he's gonna be out again. That's why they brought in Devin Tompkins.
Yeah, and then you got Kyle Pitts also. It's a limited participation because toe he was dealing with, and everyone else. Casey still dealing with that concussion as well. Groin for Pierce, hamstring for Hellams. Of course he was still dealing with that, and of course the groin for Agnew. So yeah, but and Ray McLeod, he said today, and I feel like this is a nice thing to end on. When you lose 30-0. The mindset better switch. Everybody's job is on the line. Urgency better kick in, or nobody's is going to be.
Hey, emphasize that keyword, Chris. Everybody.
Everybody's job is on the line. And I'm emphasize this one too. Urgency better kick in, or nobody is going to be here. And that's fact from Ray McLeod right there.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek, Oklahoma State did fire their coach, and now they can have Zac Robinson if they want him. The only thing is, who's going to take over?
Yep. So, like I said, that's all.
On God's grace, man. I'm telling you, if Mike McDaniel get fired, the same time Zac Robinson get fired, they need to do what they got to do to get Mike McDaniel in Atlanta and throw him some lemon pepper wings from Magic City, some butt neck scripples. I think he'll come.
Lord have mercy.
But on that note, man, go and take us out, Chris.
Hey, man. A1 Forever Sports, that's my platform on YouTube. Make sure y'all come over, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Thank y'all as always, coming in, chopping it up with us. There's a few things going on today, and we're gonna pop up and do shows. So I'm glad y'all was able to come on in and catch us. Salute to everybody on Twitter, A1 Forever on Twitter, Instagram, A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Shout out to wherever you was watching this. Shout out to you, and make sure y'all find y'all peace today and enjoy the rest of y'all even.
Absolutely, man. And y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube and at FatBoySlam_21 on Twitter. Cause that's what I do, man. And look, I'm telling you, Trick 654, man. I coach for some butt naked scribbles and some lemon pepper wings too, man. Cause chicken wings is my weakness, is my kryptonite. Everybody know that. But yeah, man, we gonna rock on, man. Cause we got another interview in about 10 minutes. So we got to rock on out here, man. We're gonna be on the sports roundtable. So if y'all want to come over there, find it on YouTube at SRT Roundtable. And we'll be over there in a minute, talk some more Falcon football. And we call it the Falcon Report on their platform. But until whenever we drop another video, we'll see y'all then. And tomorrow, I'm glad you're in the chat. Please catch the Birdcage 8 p.m. tomorrow, because he's gonna give y'all a hell of a show like he always does, man. Some of the Falcon great hot topics. Check out him. Him, Graybeard, and I can't never remember his name. K-Dub.
Yeah,
so
K-Dub.
Yeah, K-Dub. So yeah. So y'all go there and check out the Birdcage tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. He gonna fill in and do his thing while we on break, because he know how to rock. He know how to rock a house, man. But that Birdcage LLC, man, please go check out tomorrow at 8 p.m. And while you over there, tell Smitty and A1 sent you, and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, But on that note, man, we're gonna rock out and we're gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.
Peace.